well, on Boxing Day, I suppose. Melbourne on Boxing Day, the nearest thing to it. This is an incredible ground, incredible atmosphere, and very, very few grounds around the world produce this sort of atmosphere, especially if India get on top. It's quite unbelievable. Well, they're not on top at the moment, there's no doubt about that. And Zahir Khan, who bowled a few good overs once the ball was changed, has been given the opportunity just after lunch now to see if he can get himself a wicket and break this partnership. And that's got to be top of their list of priorities. Get rid of one of these two. Hayden on strike, Zahir Khan the bowler. And straight away on the leg stump there, and this will yes to be saved. Boy, hasn't he played that shot well today? Hasn't tried to hit it too hard, but his timing on the onside has been impeccable.
Just carrying that form from the first test, Matthew Hayden again on the legs. He's got a few in that area, and he's made the most of it. Venkatpati Raju, the fielder, and Zahir Khan would be hoping that this ball, which has been changed, would get him some more swing. A slightly older ball, and Zahir Khan runs in. Does bowl well with the semi-new ball. Zahir Khan has a good Yorker, and if he can get that reverse swing going early, that could be a good hope for the Indians coming into this session. They need a wicket early. After that, I'm sure Ganguly would be going on complete defensive. Stop the runs would be the motto.
Outside the line, I'd say. It's not often that they've been beaten. Certainly Hayden hasn't been beaten much, so you can understand the appeal there, although I don't think the umpire would have had the slightest hesitation to watch his pad come across to just outside the line. It wasn't that far away. You can see the shadow there of our danger zone, if you like, or our red zone. The ball just hitting outside the line of off stump, but a good delivery. It was quite tight.
I tell you, it was a good shot by Zahir Khan, and the good signs are that the ball is moving for Zahir Khan.
Short delivery, so just mixing it up a little bit, but wasn't that well played too. So much time. Hayden picked it early and dropped his gloves and just let it go through to the keeper.
We haven't seen too many of those bouncers, and that's the reason why. Look at the way it's carried to the keeper. Seeing that kind of an effect. Hardly any bounce, no pace. And the bouncers that were bowled early with the new ball were pulled by Michael Slater. So I suspect you won't see too many after this.
Oh, well played, but was it uppishly played? A desperate lunge. I think it was probably straight into the ground, and he was trying to stop it. But this pitch is hard. He hit the ball into the ground, and it went flying down the ground for 4. Again, beautiful timing by Hayden.
Well, he'll keep doing this, Zahir Khan, trying to pitch the ball up, getting that ball to swing. And I think he needs some more protection straight down the pitch. This was probably taken on the full by the batsman. It was good cricket by Matthew Hayden. Needs two fielders pretty straight exactly to stop those kind of shots, because he's going to keep pitching the ball right up, and that's the right thing to do.
Over. Right, well, 6 runs off the first over, 94 for none.
Harvey Norman for big savings on these PlayStation games. Save $20 on Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, now $29.95. Save a massive $30 on Dave Mirror Freestyle BMX, now $39.95. Hurry in for Gran Turismo 2 Platinum. It's great value at just $35.95. And Crash Team Racing Platinum is also $35.95. Big savings on these PlayStation games, available now from your game specialist, Harvey Norman.
Right, well, certainly Harbhajan is going to continue. I've got to say that I think it was a bit of a mistake to bring Zahir on. And so I know it's early days to say that, and he probably is of the view that the ball's a little hard and he wants to give his fast man a bit of a go. But I really think that having bowled the fast man for quite a long time this morning, you really got to get these spinners a chance to get into this now, and then you can always fall back again on the fast guys, and especially for wicket falls if you want to change it around a little bit. So my feeling is that he should, as soon as possible, Ganguly should get spinners at both ends. So this will be a test of Harbhajan, and I also would like to see him go around the wicket to the left-hander. I can't see what useful purpose is served initially going over the wicket to Matthew Hayden. I think that he should come around the wicket, create that little bit of angle, and then by way of a change go over the wicket. You can see what he's doing here. This is over the wicket, this section here. So he's going over the wicket. So he's going over the wicket here. Now I'm saying that he should come around the wicket and try and do that. Pitched outside leg stump. He's wasting his breath.
It's an important test match for Harbhajan Singh. He's played quite a few of those, needs wickets desperately. Pitching on middle, but would have missed off stump. It spun a bit. Not a great shot, and not such a great shout as well.
Yes, it's either going to pitch outside leg stump or it's going to miss the stumps, one or the other. He's quite wide on the crease as well, so unless he's got an arm ball which swings back, I think he's wasting his time. This is where, with such a rich history in spinners, one would have thought that between guys like Prasanna, Chandra, Bishan Bedi, Venkat Raghavan, just the ones that I played against, you would have thought that they could impose upon this kid. Oh, and then he smashed him away. You see, he's really going to take him to the cleaners. And that brings up the half century for Matthew Hayden in the most incredibly aggressive style. The ball bowled from over the wicket, actually spinning across him. And, well, the boxing kangaroo, the Australian flag, you name it, they're fluttering out there. 10 fours, that's 40 of his runs and boundaries.
The inspiration behind that last shot surely must have been Adam Gilchrist. Against the spin. Swept. Mind you, it's a shot that's much easier to employ on a pitch like this, which doesn't have too much spin and bounce, at least for now. But he's a confident man out there, Matthew Hayden, picking the bowler on length and doing well.
Oh, he's hit that one through the offside field, so he's hitting him to every corner of the ground. That's the 100 partnership. And the first over after lunch, the off spinner has been flayed all over the place. 103 for none.
You've awakened to the true power of e-business. Do you have the software to manage it? If not, consider this your wake-up call. Software manages more e-businesses than anyone else on Earth. Hello, tomorrow. We are Computer Associates, the software that manages e-business.
So Slater 42, Hayden 55, 103 without loss. 20 overs have been bowled, and judging by that last over, Australia have had a big steak each for lunch. I think they've decided they're going to come out here, either steak and porridge or whatever, but boy, they're going to have a go here.
It's a pretty unresponsive pitch at the moment for the Indian bowlers. And I said a little while earlier, they've got to plan early. And of course, the Australian batsman will look to play aggressively. And Sourav Ganguly found the need to talk to his young man again. He has a very strong point to make, Harbhajan Singh. You might just get the result of that in the next over.
Short delivery, and that one hit straight to mid-wicket. Yeah, so far they've put together 100 partnerships 3 times, and that's Test cricket, of course, and they haven't opened the batting together that much, so they've got a pretty good record going, Hayden and Slater, and certainly in this Test match they've done it in style. They've opened the batting together in 8 Test matches.
Just making that point that Indians need to plan early. They've read the wicket well. They'll realize picking up wickets is not going to be easy, and really stopping the flow of runs should be the focus at the moment. The important thing is not to let the Australians score too quickly. If a wicket falls by and you have a new batsman, you can attack, but while the batsman is set, it's important that the bowlers bowl one side of the pitch and just concentrate on keeping the batsman quiet and wait for the wickets. At the moment, bowling well in the stump line. Just like that are the seamers as well as the spinners. Very soon they'll have to switch to one side of the pitch and maybe bowl more balls outside the off stump and a few around the off stump area. But if they continue to attack the stumps, I think they'll be picked up for runs on either side of the wickets pretty comfortably and regularly.
Yes, I think that's a fair point. One of the strategies that a bowler has is if you contain the batsman, they start to get a bit edgy, especially these two. They have a natural flair for shot making, and so certainly one of the weapons you can use is to contain them. Oh, and that's out. Caught behind. Yes, got him. Yes, he's got him. Slater's not going. He's going to have to go. He's going to have to go. Well, Zahir Khan has done it. That's a good line. Slater pushing outside off stump. Very, very big edge through to the keeper. Listen to the roar. Eden Gardens has come alive.
Good line to start with. Zahir Khan angling the ball outside the off stump. That was very close to both bat and pad. But a clear nick. The reaction would suggest it's a wicket for a good line bowl by the seamer. 103 for 1.
Got a lot of explaining to do? With Telstra Homeline Plus, you can call STD to anywhere in Australia for a maximum of $1.98 when you talk between 7 p.m. and midnight.
This is Amanda. Amanda is a Commonwealth Bank mobile banker. Yesterday, Amanda explained to Mr. and Mrs. Moore that they can not only get a low 5.95% home loan, but that it now comes with a $0 establishment fee. The Moores were so pleased, they sent Amanda some flowers.
If you're looking for a home loan or investment home loan with a $0 establishment fee and a great rate, call 13224 now. Make it happen.
Introducing the great taste of the South with McDonald's crispy chicken wing pieces. 3 crispy, succulent chicken wing pieces with a mild spicy coating. So try the delicious Southern style taste here in the great Southern land.
For 1, Lang is the new batsman. And they're nice and pumped up now. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's 103 for 1. 103 for 1. The Eden Gardens crowd have come alive. Michael Slater is back in the pavilion. It looked very close to the inside edge of the bat. Slater stood there. He looked a little bit disappointed to me. Umpire Willie raised his finger, and so he had to go. So it's Hayden out there now, continuing. He's on strike. Harbhajan Singh has seen the light. He's gone round the wicket. Well, I hope this works for him now. I hope he stays there, just settles into the job here. That's well bowled. That's the line to bowl. Just get creep in on him. Righto, let's see if we can pick what happened here. Slater looked as if he was a little unhappy. The reverse angle might give us a clue. Well, it sounded very woody, didn't it? But the deflection went away. The deflection didn't come back in, which is normally what happens with an inside edge. Oh, he's gone down the wicket. That's a very bold shot. Well, it looks as if they've taken the view that there's no way they're going to let him bowl. What a shot. What a shot. Now, before we have a look at that replay, just let's have a look at Snickometer, see what he says here. Right. Now, there we go. There's a little bit of a... Well, there's certainly a noise there. Is it the bat or is it the pad? It looks like one noise, not two. And I think we've established that that ball definitely hit something. It's a question of what? Oh, bad shot. Bad shot. Well, you have to make up your own minds here. What does it hit? As it goes past the bat, is that the noise, or is it going past the pad, and is that the noise? It's a thuddy line. Right, perhaps we can stick the magnifying glass on this and see what it tells us. Right, now this angle looked to me as if it was pad, but let's see. There we go. There's the pad. Definitely pad. You can see the pad cave in there. Now then, did it hit the bat? I think that may well have been pad. Yes, I think he might have been unlucky. A fumble. A single.
Yes, that deflection was the key. If it was an inside edge, that deflection would have been angled in. But on that case, after the impact, the ball left the right-hander to the keeper. The only possibility could be maybe just a hairline touch of the bat after it ricocheted off the pads. If that was the case, we'd have seen two reactions on that sneakometer, which wasn't the case. So Michael Slater probably realized that he had a bit of a right to stay there. That's the first deflection. On its way back to the keeper after this, did it get a hairline touch of the bat? That is something which will be in doubt. Again, the sneakometer doesn't really speak in that favor.
Yes, all our technology says there was only one noise. It was a thuddy noise. It was quite a broad noise. So it was probably pad. It's 110 for 1.
Introducing the great taste of the South with McDonald's crispy chicken wing pieces. 3 crispy, succulent chicken wing pieces with a mild, spicy coating. So try the delicious Southern-style taste here in the great Southern land.
Got a lot of explaining to do? With Telstra Homeline Plus, you can call STD to anywhere in Australia for a maximum of $1.98 when you talk between 7 p.m. and midnight.
Zahir Khan continuing. He's gone up a cog or two. Yes, well, remember that Michael Slater has under a suspended sentence, 2-match suspended sentence. Now let's see his reaction. He's only got to just flutter his eyelids, and he's out of Test cricket for a while. And you can see there, very constrained. He has to go, and you better believe he's got to walk past the umpire down that end. Just a little shake of the head there. He's doing his level best there to control himself. And he's done it well too. So the suspension's working for Slater. I think we've established that probably was not out. Boy, but how'd you like to be an umpire with this noise?
And as you mentioned earlier, Tony, that the sound was very woody, not like a thud. And maybe one of the reasons why there was that instant reaction from the fielders, I was just watching from the last replay the reaction of VVS Lakshman standing at gully. He was convinced that Slater had nicked it. But there it's quite clear. It was actually the pads that were in play and not the bat. But the Indian fielder, the slip cordon, were completely convinced that it was off the bat. Zahir Khan.
Yes, well, we've got some information here on umpire Willie. Umpire Peter Willie enjoys gardening and he enjoys taking his dog for a walk, and it's not surprising, isn't it, when you find yourself in a cauldron like this with all this noise around. The sort of thing you'd want to do is something nice and peaceful. Take the dog, get down the garden. Not easy.
As far as this man is concerned, he's a retired airline employee, S.K. Bansal.
Right, now can this make a bit of a difference? I did notice that Saurav Ganguly, they got a wicket, and all of a sudden Saurav Ganguly has charged down the ground, and he was jumping up and down in front of Zahir Khan, and uses his hands a lot when he speaks. It's almost as if he got a new plan for him. The really thing you want to do, I think, in situations like this, you've just got to keep your young fast bowler nice and calm, keep him focused. Don't get too excited when you've got just one wicket. There's quite a long way to go here yet. Now, just one more quick look at the reverse angle here with the snickometer. There is the noise. The noise appears before the ball has reached the bat. I think that's what's significant. So our technology here saying definitely bat. Now, there's no nick when it goes past the bat, which is about here. So that's bat. Now, we want it to keep going forward. So there's nothing there. So as the bat goes past the ball, there's nothing there. And I can tell you that there definitely would be something there if it was pad and bat. Through to the keeper at the end of the over, 110 for 1. Justin Langer is the new batsman, and the bowler Harbhajan Singh from round the wicket bowling to him. So this will be a little bit of a tester for Langer. He's not the sort of player that loves coming in when spinners are on. I think he'd probably prefer to have the ball coming onto the bat. There should be a forward short leg in there. This batsmen don't enjoy it when they first have to play spinners and their fieldsmen all around them. There's one missing. There should be one right there as well. There should be three of them around him. City point, forward short leg and the slip. Oh, a little bit of bounce. A little bit of bounce there, and I think the wicketkeeper there trying to make sure the batsman knew there was a bit of bounce.
It's very important now for Harbhajan Singh to stick to this line. His two last deliveries of this new over have been good. It's got to be consistent. Oh! The Indians have got one wicket, but they've got to realize that the pitch is still very much a batting wicket. So without trying to get too excited and trying to look for wickets all the time, they've got to be steady more than anything else. If you feel changes being made, the Indian captain has moved into gully position. I'm not sure there's so much spin in the pitch to have that kind of a field placing, but a strong offside field.
He's let it go. That one through the offside, and hasn't quite got it in the meat of the bat. Yes, you're right about that. I just think that there's more chance of it going to forward short leg. However, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of an attacking move is something that we should encourage. Very easy to drop back into defence. Now then, what are they going to do to Hayden? Hayden's aggressive attitude here has been quite unbelievable. Hayden having a little look down towards square leg. Just 3 fieldsmen on the leg side. Deep mid-off on the boundary. Oh, that's well played too. He's driven that beautifully through the offside field. So controlled for 4. Matthew Hayden is playing a gem of an innings. He really is.
You see the problems Harbhajan Singh has against an aggressive batsman. He's pushed this ball through, quite unnecessary when you have a deep set field, and that allowed the batsman to get some power behind the shots. He just had to make one firm push in the direction. And quite an amazing travel. Tendulkar having no chance at the boundary. 115 for 1.
This is Amanda. Amanda is a Commonwealth Bank mobile banker. Yesterday, Amanda explained to Mr. and Mrs. Moore that they can not only get a low 5.95% home loan, but that it now comes with a $0 establishment fee. The Moores were so pleased, they sent Amanda some flowers.
If you're looking for a home loan or investment home loan with a $0 establishment fee and a great rate, call 132224 now. Make it happen.
So the War brothers will be getting their pads and thigh pads on now, getting ready for their opportunity. Meanwhile, it's Langer on strike. He's only just arrived at the crease. That one didn't carry at all.
Zair Khan picked up the important wicket for Michael Slater. And look at that. Nicely poised in the second test at Kandy on day 5. 9 runs to win for England. 3 wickets in hand. You never know, as long as that off-spinner Muthaiya Muralidharan is bowling from one end.
Yes, I think it's just about there now, isn't it? So that series, if England win this, which they look as if they will, it'll be 1-0, 1-all. Sri Lanka won the first one. Solidly forward, pushing it away on the offside. That one really seemed to hit the bat nice and firmly. Langer pushing himself at it.
It's been disappointing, Zair Khan, as far as pace is concerned. He hasn't looked to bowl fast. Nearly went past him, that ball. But he's bowled a good line, and to a new batsman, that's a fair enough line, trying to attack the stumps. Still, the fastest ball today has been 138, capable of getting into the 140s, Zair Khan.
Well, that's very lucky. It's gone straight through the gap between second slip and gully and down to the boundary for 4, dragging him out outside off stump.
Every time an Indian bowler has gone outside the off stump to the batsman, there's been a few edges. Michael Slater was dropped to a ball that was pitched outside the off stump swinging. This again was in the right channel. I think the Indians haven't attacked this line as much as they should. They prefer to attack the stumps, and on a pitch like this, you really don't give yourself too much of a chance to pick up wickets. This is a much better line, just outside the off stump. That's the line that got Michael Slater. It's got Langer in trouble as well. Good line. By bowling this line, you're also keeping the batsman quiet. If there is a bit of swing and seam, you're always fancying your chances to pick up a wicket. Just about 1.5 feet outside the off stump Just the perfect line. I think all seamers, including Venkatesh Prasad Ganguly, have to concentrate on this line more than the middle stump line.
Yes, that's dead right. No doubt about that. You've got to keep it out there. Your fielders are all there. There's a third slip in position now as well.
Saw the ball short and decided to pull. It may have surprised him with the pace. Yes, it came onto him quickly, and the bounce as well, pretty high. In the end, very lucky that the ball didn't go anywhere else, but straight down the ground to the fielder at mid-off.
Yes, that was a dreadful, dreadful shot. Not under control at all. Could have gone anywhere. Could have gone straight back to the bowler. Oh, and a big appeal there for LBW. All the slips are in the air, but just judging by the way he was playing that, it must have been going down the leg side. That's the end of the over. 119 for 1.
Tonight in Fox Sports News, defending champion Kari Webb and Sweden's Sophie Gustafsson go head-to-head for the Australian Women's Open in Melbourne. The Queensland Reds suffer a heartbreaking loss in Auckland, overwhelmed by the Blues 39-35 in the final minute. And Shannon Taylor outclassed by world champion Shane Mosley in their title fight in Vegas, TKO'd in the 5th. The full picture tonight on Fox Sports News. That's during the break in the cricket.
You get so much more. Toyota is Australia's favourite.
You made Toyota the decade's favourite car company, and we're celebrating another #1 now with Australia's favourite deals.
More wow, more zoom, more hip, more chic, more space, more range, more value. Toyota is Australia's favourite.
Don't miss the huge celebration savings at your Toyota dealer for this month only.
Oh, what a feeling. Australia's favourite Toyota.
Obviously got adopted an attitude of these spinners. Let's get stuck into them before they get their confidence going. So 119 for 1. And in the commentary box now, Arun Lal, and with him is Ravi Shastri.
Thank you, Tony. 31 runs added in the half an hour's play after lunch. And most of those runs have been scored by Matthew Hayden. And I think this is a good move by Sourav Ganguly. He knows the importance of keeping one end tight. Hayden has got 25 out of the 31 runs since lunch. And Raju here bowling over the wicket. Will be looking to bowl a tight line. Just keep him quiet for a while, Hayden.
Yes, Ravi, it's extremely important because he's in great nick and he's not scared to play his shots, and he's playing a marvellous innings. That's the line he's probably going to attempt to bowl. It's just not going to give him anything on the off and middle so that he can really play with the spin. A little outside the off stump, maybe exploit a little bit of the rough, but not a lot there because it's basically been Zahir Khan bowling over the wicket.
Well ball, Venki. Yes, one of the features of this innings from Matt Hayden has been his driving. His driving through the offside, especially through that mid-off and cover area, has been a treat to the eye. Big, tall man, nice stride. And I think what Venkatpati Raju will be hoping to do is make Hayden drive in this area. And he'll be hoping to get some spin from the rough outside the left-hander's off stump. That would have hurt.
Now that's from the meat of the bat, and that's really hit hard. Straight on Das's right shoulder. Das turned around and he's pretty badly hurt there, Ravi. He picked this up clean, right in the middle and straight just behind that right shoulder of Das. Hayden was lucky that it didn't go anywhere, didn't ricochet off his shoulder and go up in the air, as happened to Tendulkar in the previous game.
As from India's point of view, he saved a boundary. But Shiv Sundar Das is in pain there. There's no doubt about that. And that's one man who knows all about being hit. He's taken a few blows in that position for Australia, standing at forward short leg. Justin Langer. Very important role to play in that Tendulkar dismissal in Mumbai that turned the test match around. And he was hit in a similar area to where Shiv Sundar Das was hit. But luckily for Australia, watch where the ball goes.
Yes, the ricochet really, it was more of a glancing blow that sent the ball up in the air. And that was really a spectacular effort by Ponting. No such luck for the Indians. In fact, he's hurt pretty bad.
It's the physio of the Indian team, Andrew Lipas, out there in the centre. But just coming back to the cricket after lunch, I think India have done well to get rid of Slater. But the danger man is Hayden. He's looking to be positive, and that's good from Australia's point of view. It means that the pressure is on the Indian bowlers all the time. And already 31 runs have come in just 7.4 overs. That's good going in a test match. All's well with Das.
Yes, when you have a man like Hayden who's in such spectacular form, there's always pressure on the bowling side. They've got to get his wicket because they can't keep him quiet. Runs are flowing very easily. He's in total command. And the Australians are looking to be very positive from the morning itself.
So Raju continuing. You can see what Hayden is trying to do. He feels packed on the offside. There's a big gap between the man at square leg and mid-on. So he's looking to work the ball away on the onside in that mid-wicket region.
He's also trying to collect himself, not lose patience. It's so easy to make a mistake when you're getting runs so easily.
Gets the single this time. Just the one run in that over. 120 for 1, Australia.
Over.
.120 for 1. Slater the man out after lunch. Zahir Khan here continuing. Bowling from very wide of the crease, that last delivery. He's got to watch that back leg of his. In fact, he's crossed the back line there. That's very close to being called a no ball, and actually if he has crossed the line, that should be a no ball. We'll get to see it from another angle. Now that's encouraging. Some late movement in the air.
He's getting that ball to slant in slightly now. Head falling over a bit, Hayden. That's the ball coming in towards the shiny side. So he's getting a little reverse there at the moment.
Edged and dropped. The opportunity was there. Rahul Dravid was the fielder. That ball was flying to his left. He can't believe it.
Matthew Hayden just losing his concentration slightly from the over previously. Quite far away from his body. And that should have been held at this level of the game. That is really tragic from his point of view. Zahir Khan has been plugging away around that off stump with no luck so far.
He's in the middle of an excellent over here. He's getting the ball to move both ways. Now that last one came back into the left-hander. The delivery before that moved away from the left-hander late, and that's what induced the outside edge.
Just tended to pick it up a bit late. Wasn't quite up. He was still on his way up, Rahul Dravid. He saw the ball all the way. That should have been taken. It would have been taken 8 times out of 10. Very disappointed.
Yes, and Hayden on 67. The very next delivery darted back into the left-hander. It's a good variation here from Zahir Khan. So Hayden survives. It could be a costly miss from India's point of view. He's the informed batsman. He set the tempo after lunch.
Yes, Ravi is looking very dangerous. He's the wicket the Indians want quite desperately. Just take another look at that. On his way up, not quite there. It came much quicker than he expected, Rahul Dravid.
Good over from Zahir Khan, 122 for 1. .22 for 1, 69 Hayden. Raju will continue. He's into his 4th over, 3 overs for 7 before this. A slightly more attacking field here for Justin Langer.
The new man in, they really need to tighten the noose around these two, the Indians, get a hold of things. Got away with that full toss, Raju. On a wicket like this, you've really got to be very tight with your line and length. You've got to be very disciplined, keep plugging away around their off stump. And importantly, hold your catches. Matthew Hayden is feeling the heat a bit.
It's a good contest here between Raju and Langer. Langer looking to chip down the track. Got that away to the boundary. Just for a moment one thought that he'd not really got to the pitch of the ball. But the good thing there, no half measures. He went through with the shot, Langer.
You did hear a cry of catch it because he didn't get much elevation there, Langer. But he had the placement right. No chance for Ramesh there. But that's good bowling. You got to keep him tight around that off stump and wait for him to make the play.
It's just going a little wider now, Raju.
That was pretty well hit, but didn't quite get the elevation, though the placement was perfect. And this was the one that followed. Sent him a little wider, hoping that he'd try something on this one too.
Shouts of catch it. 2 sounds there, 126 for 1.
Introducing the great taste of the South with McDonald's crispy chicken wing pieces. 3 crispy, succulent chicken wing pieces with a mild, spicy coating. So try the delicious Southern-style taste here in the great Southern land.
Australia's tour of India is proudly brought to you by the Commonwealth Bank, Eclipse Chewing Gum, and Toyota.
Zahir continuing, 126 for 1 Australia. You saw in his last over he got movement both ways. Should have had the wicket of Matthew Hayden. Rahul Dravid putting a chance down. And Arun, you played at this ground as much as anybody, having played for Bengal and India. How difficult is it to sight the ball, especially if you're standing in the slip cordon? Is sighting a problem?
It could be, Ravi. Now just take a look at this one. Although here Rahul had a clear sight off the ball from the time it left the hand because it was a wide delivery. But sometimes you could lose it in that crowd. It's a massive crowd. And you sight it that split second later. And it's too late most times.
That's a good shot. Just a punch down the ground. Over-pitched from Zahir Khan, but Matt Hayden has got into an excellent position to put that away.
Oh, he is in great form. What a fabulous innings Hayden has played so far. This was the slower delivery, but just a firm push. Such terrific timing and placement. The off-break attempted, but Hayden ready for it.
This must be worrying for the Indians is the number of boundaries the Australians have hit. The score is 130. Australia have hit 25 boundaries. That's 100 out of 130 runs have come in boundaries. Hayden's hit 13.
That's why they say, Ravi, that on a wicket such as this, when it's slow and low, you've got to be very disciplined, keep it outside the off stump and really frustrate them into making some shots. Because it's slow, it's not very easy to time. But if you bowl too straight a line, then you can be hit on both sides of the wicket, and that's what we've been seeing happening.
Coming back, I mentioned 100-run score. That includes 2 sixes. So 22 boundaries in all, 2 sixes. And that's a big proportion. 100 out of 130. Hayden, 13 boundaries and a 6. Just got the feeling the ball's done a little too much.
He's getting the ball to slant in, and from the angle over the wicket will always take it down the leg side if it's striking within the stumps. That's it. It's also that struck him in the middle stump. The angle taking it down plus the reverse swing slanting the ball further away from the leg stump. That's a good decision.
For 1. So 130 for 1 Australia after 37 overs. Just one change in the side for this test match. Michael Kasprowicz coming into the team for Damon Fleming. Langer again looking to charge Raju. He got a boundary in the last over, but never in control of that last shot.
It's pretty evident that the Australians are not allowing the spinners to settle down into a line or length. Not in control, but not scared to risk or chance their arm. Get one or two over the infield, spread the field around, and then milk the bowling for singles. So they are putting pressure on the bowler. Now you have a deep mid-wicket in place, a little straighter.
Yes, but Hayden quietly taking the single. That's good batting. He's done all the hard work here in reaching 73, 74 now with that single. He knows that there's a big score staring him in the face on this pitch.
Yes, indeed. He's just got to keep his head, keep his cool. It's very easy to get carried away when you're getting runs so easily. This is also his third highest test score. He got 100 in Bombay. That was his second 100 in test cricket of 111 deliveries. There's 74.
That last one keeping just a little low.
Lower trajectory, pushed through slightly. Went straight through. A little lucky there, Langer, not to have got the edge.
That's one. Yes, he does seem a little edgy at this stage, Justin Langer. He's just got to calm down. I saw Matt Hayden a little while earlier just walking down a couple of paces and having a chat with him.
There's not a lot of turn from the wicket at the moment for the left-arm spinner, but you got to give it to him. He's keeping that very good line outside the off stump, frustrating the batsman.
He's got that one away. No need to run for that. The placement's good. With offered from Raju, and Langer finds the boundary. 136 for 1. Langer 14, Hayden 74. Now this is the last ball of the previous over.
Spoiled what would have been a pretty good over by bowling that one wide and short. That was easy pickings. A lot of width and very short. And the ball not turning too much. There's not too much risk when you're cutting against this turn. That should relieve the pressure off Langer a bit. And now we have another bowling change. You have Venkatesh Prasad coming in place of Zahir Khan, who's just completed a pretty effective spell. Should have had another wicket of Hayden, who was dropped by Rahul Dravid. Venkatesh Prasad 8 overs, 33 runs without a wicket. Zahir Khan has bowled 14 overs for 34 runs, and he's got the wicket of Slater. Raju's bowled 5 for 17. Harbhajan has bowled 4 for 29. Just couldn't get control of his line and length. Ganguly bowled pretty decent 7 for 22 runs.
So Prasad back into the attack. Important that India uses Zahir Khan sparingly. Uses him as a strike bowler. And now Prasad looking to try and alter the angle. Another test match being played here in Kandy, and England have done well here to level the series. By 3 wickets they've beaten England. Nice tight test match that. It looked as if at one stage Sri Lanka might pull it off, but England keeping their nerves and in the end winning by 3 wickets. So the series 1-all at the stage. Still one test to be played in Colombo.
Seven men on the offside, bowling from over the wicket. It's obvious the intent now. And it may not be a bad ploy, especially against Hayden, who's getting his runs very easily. If you keep him quiet for a while, there is a chance that he might try and play against that angle. There are only 2 on the onside. There's just that wideish mid-on, and there's a squarish fine leg. So it's obvious that he's going to angle it outside that off stump towards slip.
Yes, and he's one bowler who can bowl a good line, Venkatesh Prasad.
Lost a bit in pace as the years have gone by, but he's gained in experience. But in the morning he was a bit too straight around that middle stump. He went for some runs on the onside. But with this older ball, getting the ball to reverse swing slightly, could try and keep a tighter line. Sometimes it's not such a bad thing, Ravi, especially when you have a batsman like Hayden who's just managing to get away with everything. To keep him outside the off stump and hope that he goes after that ball.
Yes, just keep things tight for a while. Don't try and experiment too much. 30 matches, 85 wickets. Six for 104. His best in Calcutta. Yes, the message is clear for Venkatesh Prasad from Saurav Ganguly with the field setting. I'm going to pack the offside, he's told his bowler. I want you to just bowl a line outside off stump, try and frustrate the in-form left-hander. Maiden from Prasad, 136 for 1.
This is Amanda. Amanda is a Commonwealth Bank mobile banker. Yesterday, Amanda explained to Mr. and Mrs. Moore that they can not only get a low 5.95% home loan, but that it now comes with a $0 establishment fee. The Moores were so pleased, they sent Amanda some flowers.
If you're looking for a home loan or investment home loan with a $0 establishment fee and a great rate, call 132224 now. Make it happen.
$136 for 1. 39 overs have been bowled. Australia had lost the wicket of Slater since lunch. He was out for 42. Venkatpati Raju will continue. Now it'll be interesting to see the Australian batsman tactics against Raju. Prasad has kept them tight at one end. We might just see a few more chances taken against the spinner.
Yes, Ravi, he's also changed his strategy somewhat. He's removed the deep mid-wicket and brought him into a deep sweeper position on the offside now. So it's obvious that he's also going to bowl that outside the off-stump line. So there are 6 on the offside now. A slip, a silly point. That is quick. Direct hit. But Langer was almost turning on his way back, so he was safely home. No call for the third umpire.
Yes, Sachin Tendulkar was the fielder. Langer had to hurry, but he's made his ground comfortably. And now Hayden on strike, and now the field will change, because for Hayden there's a man at deep mid-wicket. Hayden's the taller player.